Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our day two, part one of the 3-day masterclass How to Be in Control of Your Life. If you've been with us from the beginning, then I really wanted to congratulate you. And I wanted to thank you for your time, for your trust. And it's our pleasure to be here with you and to share with you this truly incredible information. Today, we're going to be talking about a very important topic on fear and doubt and worry, and how these, when they are internalized, and I'll explain what it means, can turn into anxiety and depression. This topic, we've decided to make it a whole session about this topic because this topic is very important, especially during current uncertain times, and many people suffer with not feeling well and not feeling 100% without understanding how to deal with it and how to cope with it. That's why this topic is very important to realize that if you are experiencing anything negative, if you're experiencing uncertainty, if you worry about your future, if you doubt that you can cope with current uncertain times, I want you to be reassured that there is a way out. And what you have to do is you have to understand what's going on within your mind, within your body, when you are going through these negative emotions and how to stop them before they are internalized. So, this is the topic of today. And for those of you who are joining us as a first time today, I wanted to welcome you into our masterclass. I can promise you that if you lean in and if you give us 100% attention, your life will never be the same. Because what we are here to share with you, this information has literally changed the course of our life. We have 4 guests over those 3 days who come in and share with you their success stories. They share with you how they've overcome the mental barriers so they could start creating and live the life they truly desired. So please do say hello in the chat box. And if you are watching us as a replay, please do say hashtag replay. Just a quick reminder for those of you who have been with us from the beginning and for the brand new people joining us today, if you do have any questions, please do put that comment in a chat box because we have a very special session tomorrow at 12 p.m. UK time dedicated to Q&As only. So if we're discussing certain areas of your life that are of a particular interest for you because this is what you want to improve in your life and you're not quite sure about how to make it happen even after our workshop, I want you to ask us that question because we're going to help you to understand the best we can with the time we have today. So I can see lots of people are jumping on the call, and it's really great to have you with us. Hello, Magdalena. It's absolutely fantastic to have you with us. Hello, Nicole. And for those of you who are joining us brand new, please do let us know when you are streaming from. And for those of you who are watching us on LinkedIn and YouTube, welcome. You don't have the chance to be involved in our chat box, in our chat, but if you would like to get a recording of these sessions, you can ask for it. So please do send me a private message and I'll send you the access to those recordings. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you with this important slide, and this will help you to understand how anxiety and depression is created. What's the danger of entertaining these negative emotions like fear, worry, and doubt? Sometimes we do it so often we don't even realize. And the process I'm about to discuss and explain to you happens in milliseconds. So, unless we have that awareness and understanding of what's going on in my own mind, the chances are that sometimes we allow these negative emotions to get internalized, so to go into our subconscious mind, which is our powerhouse, as I call it. So now let's dig into it straight away because we have so much to cover today. And I just wanted to say hello to Hello, Hamid. It's great to have you with us as well today. I'm glad you made it live, which is super good. Okay, so this drawing here is what we call a stick person. For those of you who have been with us for a while, you know that this stick person represents each and one of you. And today is a great reminder of what stick person means. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time today, I wanted to give you a quick introduction about this drawing here. So I know there's a lot going on in this drawing, but just pay attention to only a few things I'm going to be pointing out on this drawing. So this stick person, which is this big head, and here is a body, and you've got two hands and two legs. This stick person represents each and one of you. So I want you to see yourself as this stick person. Now, the big circle represents your mind. On this drawing, you've got two parts of your mind, the conscious mind right here, and the subconscious mind. What I wanted to point out is here on this drawing, the conscious mind and subconscious mind is kind of like half-half, 50-50. But the truth is, the conscious mind is your 4%. So conscious mind is 4% of your mind, and the subconscious mind is 96% of your mind. So that's why I call it the powerhouse, because whatever is going on in your subconscious mind, not only we not always are aware of it, but this subconscious mind, whatever programming we have in it, which is our subconscious beliefs, subconscious habits, our inner self-image, as you may remember from yesterday's session, another powerful session. If you haven't seen it, I do encourage you to go back and rewatch that one. Whatever is going on in your subconscious mind, whatever programming you have received in your childhood, this subconscious programming runs your life on autopilot 96% of the time. So this is quite fascinating, isn't it? When you think about that, your subconscious mind runs your life, so creates the results in your life. So when we talk about the results, it's your income, it's the level of your relationships, is your well-being, is your health, and today's topic, which is also the decision-making process. So do you make your decisions based on fear or faith? This is something we're going to elaborate today. So that is your powerhouse, the subconscious mind. If you're not aware of this, if you've never ever come across this, or maybe you've heard it before but you didn't pay much attention, the chances are that you do run on autopilot without conscious thinking. So this is where you wake up every day and you just do same old same. You go to work, you run your business, you do your day-to-day activities without conscious thought. And you might be thinking, well, I think all the time, so I'm definitely the one that has lots of conscious thoughts. But there is something that many people don't understand, is that inner chatter that we have in our head, those thoughts that go yeah all day long, this is not constituting as thinking. This inner chatter is just repetition of memory. And if your inner chatter is unchecked, so you're not aware of even what you're thinking about most of the time, and most people are not aware of what they think about most of the time, again, that everything is run on autopilot. So what it means is that you're creating more of the same. So when it comes to certain situations, if you are not sure how to deal with it, is because you've never learned about it. So what we're going to really understand today is the power of creative thinking. And creative thinking, so your conscious mind, 4% of your mind is your thinking mind, is also your educated mind, your intellect. So when you go through your schooling system, when you go through your higher education, gathering information, all the things that you learn and study, gathering that information happens in your conscious mind. Now, through repetition of certain information, some of you may know this already, through the repetition of the certain information, this gets internalized, it gets into your subconscious mind. In your subconscious mind, as you may see, there are habits, there are belief systems, there's inner self-image. So this is all formed either at a very young age, when your subconscious mind, when you were born, your subconscious mind was wide open. So there was no thinking mind, there was no conscious mind. It was wide open when you were born. For the first 6-7 years, everything that you were exposed to, being truth or an absolute nonsense, like some of the beliefs could be very nonsense, something we'll elaborate on today and later on during our masterclass. All of this gets into your subconscious mind, creating your logic. That's where your logic is created, in your subconscious mind. Now, your conscious mind is created around the age of 7, and then whatever is happening around you in your environment, amongst your friends, family, you take in. You take in and you say, oh yes, that makes sense. And it only makes sense if it's in harmony with your subconscious programming. So let's say, I'll just give you a quick example before we go into fear, doubt, and worry. If you grew up in the environment where a lot of people were saying that you have to work hard to earn more money, you have to work hard and you have to study hard to be very smart, to be successful, that is a part of your belief system. That is a part of your belief system. Okay, it's right here in your subconscious mind. Then if you are older and if you hear someone saying, I work an hour a day and I make loads of money, that will be not in harmony with your subconscious beliefs, which is working hard and earning more money. And you're going to say, oh, it's probably dealing with some drugs or doing something illegal, because it's not in harmony with your subconscious belief. So whatever thought or idea is around you, or you hear it or you're exposed to it, if it's not in harmony with your subconscious beliefs or habits, you're going to reject it. It will make no sense to you. You will say, that makes no sense to me, it's illogical. So you're going to reject it. It doesn't make it truth or lie. It's just not in harmony with your subconscious programming. That's why it's so important to understand the difference between your conscious mind and the subconscious mind when this has been created, the whole programming of your subconscious mind. And you also must understand, if you really want to change your life, that your conscious mind right now, if you pass the age of 7, and I believe most of you are, your conscious mind is like a gatekeeper. So whatever you're exposed to, whatever information, different information, it might be something you've never heard before. And if that brand new information, which is a new idea, is not in harmony with your subconscious beliefs, you're going to reject it. You'll say, it makes no sense, it's illogical, it's not working, I don't believe in it. So now, when it comes to staying in control, when it comes to dealing with uncertainty, when it comes to dealing with unexpected situations, most of us, if we've never been in a situation like that and we've never been taught how to deal with those situations, will be overwhelmed. Most of us will go into this mode of running away, hiding, suppressing the emotions, ignoring the negative emotions. And this is what I want to focus on today, to really help you to understand what happens if we don't understand what these negative emotions can cause us. So now what I would like you to do is, I would like you to really take a look at this picture again and pay attention to the left side of this picture. So you see the red signs here, so all the red letters here. So if you worry about your future, if you doubt your ability, if the current uncertain times give you more worries, because you may be worrying about losing job, you may be worrying about what's going on with the economy, you may be worrying about your business. So you put a lot of worries into your mind on a daily basis. You worry how to pay your bills. You worry that maybe you will not be able to pay your mortgage. You worry that if your employers let you go, you may not find another job. Or if you want to change, you doubt yourself. So even though you may have some ideas that you would want to improve your life, to get more money, to increase your pay. But if you doubt yourself, if you doubt that you're able to make it, all this worry and doubt, if it happens on a daily basis, because it happens on a daily basis, is repeated day in, day out, all this worry gets internalized. When it's internalized, what it means is it goes into your subconscious mind. So you're becoming emotionally involved with this. And that worry and doubt turns into fear. Fear now is internalized right here. So it's occupying your subconscious mind, is occupying your emotional mind. Because when fear is internalized and it's occupying your emotional mind, as some of you may understand or may know, that emotional mind dictates your decision making process. That emotional mind has almost an exclusive control over your behavior. So any decision, any behavior will be controlled by your emotional mind. If your emotional mind is full of fear, your decision process will be limiting. Your decision process will be crippled. You will not be able to make decisions clearly. You'll be making decisions based on fear. And if any of you read any psychology books, any books about behavior, any books about past history, every person who makes a decision based on fear, usually it's a wrong decision. That's a very limiting state of being. That's a very crippled state of being, because you limit yourself onto fear. So fear not only is a very negative vibration is the way you feel, but fear actually causes you to disintegrate. So it cripples your natural way of dealing with any crisis. You're not able to think clearly. You usually make very bad decisions. Now, what else happens when that fear is out of control? So you have no idea, no recognition what's going on. The chances are that this is going to turn even into anxiety. Why? Because fear being a negative emotion, and most of us don't know how to deal with negative emotions. We don't go out and say to our friends and family, hey, I'm so fearful, help me. I'm really worried, I don't know what to do, help me. But people don't do that because we think it's weak, we think it's just us, we think it's just being uneducated or not strong enough, whatever it is. But most people don't express that negative emotion. So that negative emotion is not only ignored but suppressed. When you suppress that negative emotions by ignoring it, you don't talk about it, you're sometimes saying it's I'm fine, even though right inside of you you're basically close to be crying, you're shaking. Because you suppress that emotion, every emotion has to be expressed. That's how it is. It has to be expressed because it's a negative emotion, expresses through your body as anxiety. As anxiety. So your body is in a very negative vibration. For those of you who remember the session about the law vibration from yesterday, part one, that that is the law of the universe. That's the primary law of the universe, the law of vibration. We all vibrate. We all vibrate on a certain frequency. And this pure vibration is very low. That fear is a very low energy. It vibrates very low. So it's expressed in a very negative way. So your body literally feels as a disease because of the suppression of those emotions. So that's why many people experience anxiety, because of the suppression of the negative emotions. That also in long term goes on to disease, disintegration. So your body is falling apart. You're probably experiencing headaches. You probably might be experiencing a very negative physical signs. So your body is literally disintegrating because of the negative emotion. It's actually a disease in your body through your emotional state. And in long term, that leads on to depression and unfortunately destruction and death. So this is very important to understand what some people are causing to themselves without being aware that they can help themselves if they had the tools and knowledge on how to deal with this. And this is something that I've learned myself a long time ago through studying myself, studying what's going on within my mind, studying that if I internalize any negative emotions, if I spend any more time worrying about something that may never happen, worrying about the current events, worrying about my job, worrying about my income, worrying about this and that, that is a very negative emotion, and I'm literally putting my body onto disease. This is real, guys. This is physics. This is not some sort of theory. This happens. That's what happens with many people because of the lack of understanding. So ignorance causes us to go onto that state. Now, what is the solution? Because we're here to give you a solution. The solution is awareness. You need to expand your awareness in this area. You have to expand your knowledge of who you are and what's happening within yourself when negative emotions hit in. So when you start worrying, you can choose because it's in your conscious mind. As I said before, your conscious mind is a gatekeeper. You can accept or reject any idea that comes your mind. You can. If somebody says to you something, you can say, I don't believe this. I'm going to question this. I'm going to see it for myself. You can literally reject it, or you can say, oh, okay, if you say this is it, if you say that I'm about to lose my job, if you say that the economy is really bad, you're accepting this idea. If you accept that idea from someone else, you're basically internalizing it because you're accepting it. So that gatekeeper, that conscious mind, is actually not doing you any favor. But you can reject it. You can choose because you have 100% control over your thoughts. You have 100% control over what you are accepting and what you are rejecting. You do. But if you have no idea what's going on, if you have no idea what's happening in your own mind, if you accept that something bad is going to happen, if you accept the negativity, especially in the current situation, that negativity, fear is number one cause of death. Fear is destructive. Fear literally leads on to disease in your own body. This is serious stuff. So if you allow the fear to enter your emotional mind, you are living on with a negative emotion. Your body is incredible. Your body it's an incredible machine. Your mind is powerful. But if you don't know what's happening, you're just literally running the show without any control. And that fear can cause your body to disintegrate because your body has the ability to regenerate itself. Your body has the ability to heal yourself. But if you're living with a negative vibration, it's destroying you. Not only your mind, because you're going crazy and you think that you can't cope with it, but also a physical body. It's a disease. Lots of people get ill because of the worrying state. Have you noticed that some people, no matter what happens, always are healthy? And some people are always ill. They always have headaches. They always are unwell because of that mental state. And especially today, when we are exposed to so much negativity and fear, that doesn't help. That actually makes it worse if you allow this to enter your mind. If you are not aware that you can be in control of your own mindset and you can be in control of your body, and your body is an incredible mechanism that can once again heal itself and do everything you desire. If you allow that fear to enter your body is disintegrating. So only through the expansion of your awareness, only through studies of who you are and how truly powerful you are, I want you to know that you can choose and you can learn how to control these negative emotions. When worry hits you in your conscious mind, nothing happens yet. Nothing happens. You worry about something, but you can say, I can control it. Go away. But the moment when worry and doubt gets into your emotional mind, that's fear, and that fear is then destroying. Then you make silly decisions, you make wrong decisions, you make decisions against your own well-being, health, and wealth. We're going to talk about wealth tomorrow. That's also to do something with fear. Huge amount of um, impact on you. So now, only through understanding and studies about you, who you are, and how truly brilliant and marvelous you are, only through that you can create a faith in you, faith in your body, faith in what you are truly capable of doing, faith being a very powerful emotion, very powerful vibration. Faith vibrates on a very high level. When you have that faith in you, faith in your abilities, that is expressed. Have you seen happy people? You can see that straight away. They walk into the room and there is a smile on their face. You see that because it's expressed. That's a happy individual. That's a prosperous individual. They know who they are. They know where they're going. And doesn't matter what happens outside, they know exactly what they're doing. That's a happy, prosperous individual. It's right here on in your mind. When you have that faith, when you have that understanding about who you are and what you are truly capable of doing, that leads to a very positive vibration. That leads on to well-being, which is express acceleration of your energy. So you feel energetic, you don't feel tired all the time, and your body feels at ease. You are in a very creative mode, and that contributes to growth and more life. So this is such an important topic to understand, and that can only be done through studies. So now, how many of you have had an aha moment just now? How many of you can say, oh my gosh, this actually makes a lot of sense? How many of you can relate to that? I'm just gonna check quickly a chat box because I've got some questions here. And if there is any questions, I will definitely go back to you after this session. So can fear also cause illness? Yes, it can. Absolutely, 100%. 100% fear is causing illness, because I want you to understand that your body is driven by your mindset. If you believe and have faith in your body being at ease and healthy, that's what you're getting. There could be two people right next to each other, and one will be ill and another will be healthy because of the mindset. Fear is destroying and it causes disease. So lots of people, like I said already, I think that question was maybe some time ago, but lots of people are constantly ill. They catch anything, they catch a cold, they catch any sort of virus because of the mindset, because of the negative emotion, because of the worry, because the fear is destroying. And someone else has faith, not only faith in their abilities, but faith in their body, and that person is at ease. It gives the chance to the body to regenerate, because your body does it every single night when you go to sleep, if you give it a chance. But that's a different topic. That's a topic probably for another session. But to answer your question, yes, fear can cause illness. It's all mental state and it's all energy, and the law of vibration is done by law. Now, for those of you who may remember our session yesterday, we had a very special guest yesterday, and today I wanted to welcome our very special guest again, Nicole. She's back with us, so welcome back, Nicole, and thank you so much for joining us today. And today with Nicole, we wanted to help you to understand the power of negative emotion, how it can destroy not only your mental state but also your body. And Nicole has come through a long way. For those of you who had a chance to watch our session yesterday, she talked about her experience a little bit, and today we're going to elaborate on this when it comes to fear, doubt, and worry. Hello, Nicole, and welcome back.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me. Hi, everybody.
So, so, Nicole, as we've just said about the fear and the doubt and worry that in long term causes anxiety, um, I know that this also happened to me years ago, and I know that I allowed this anxiety to literally destroy my well being. But it's something that you've also come through, and you've come such a long way. As I've mentioned yesterday, when I spoke to you when we met about 4 years ago, I will never forget our conversation on the phone because it was very emotional. And I could relate to
Mhm.
this because when there's lots of stuff happening within our mind and we desperately need to be helped and we're looking for help, we literally sometimes don't understand what's going on. So that this can cause lots of emotional state. But since then, you've come a long way. And could you share with us how the awareness of what was going on in your mind has helped you to push through those fears, to really understand them and to create a better life for yourself?
Yes, for sure. Um, so I'll just kind of go back earlier. So when I was younger, I was scared of everything. I, you know, I feel like I was pretty outgoing for a little while, and then something happened inside of me. I don't know if it was something somebody said, but as a young adult, you're really open to things that are around you. So I guess I don't really know exactly what happened, but I developed anxiety, which I didn't know that I had, and I began to be very fearful of a lot of things. As I said last session, I was scared of what people thought of me. I was very nervous, and I grew up that same way. Nobody really corrected it. Um, and so actually, it was very hard, going to school and just my self esteem was really low, as we said last time. So it does affect a lot. And, I remember thinking when I was younger that um, I'm probably just going to have a mediocre life. Nobody's going to like it was like a lot of
Mhm.
negatives. And, as I grew up, I probably didn't attract the best people in my life, which was hard, also hard. And then, um, so when I talked to Alex, I was searching for something to, change my life because I didn't know what else to do at this point. Um, and when I was researching information, I at the time I actually pretty depressed and my anxiety was really bad at the time. And honestly, now that I say my, I don't even like to say my because I don't like taking responsibility for it because I feel like anxiety is the anxiety, not mine. Anyway, just to let you know. Um, so anyway, yeah, so Alex, I remember the conversation, and I know even talking to about making a decision to join a coaching program. Obviously, scared of that too, so I was fearful. Um, but I had something inside me, um, just say, just let go, and it's gonna be okay, and everything's gonna work out. And so, yeah, so that's why I just went for it, and then so yeah, so then I worked with Alex since then, and since then, whole life has changed. Originally, I was looking for ways to help with fear, anxiety, that type of thing. so, and I just wanted, to live more free, happy. But then I realized that everything, um, not everything, but a lot of things in my life needed to go. So this isn't working anymore. So I decided to um, quit my job, and there, like, I just moved into a new house. I had no idea, what I was doing, but I just went for it, and I just had that because, in my opinion, faith and fear are the same. It's the same, right? So
Mhm.
unknown, faith is the unknown. So what would you rather have, right?
That's
Because
it.
if you're going to do something anyway, you might as well be excited about it. Yeah. So that things like I said, I quit my job, um, and then I started. Now it was getting my subconscious under control, and changing my thoughts. Point I was able to then start manifesting money. Because in my opinion, you can without changing your thoughts and your subconscious mind at that, and then things that way. And it was like, oh, okay, this is good. I never want to go back to the old keep studying. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to keep working with Alex. Like, it's just been, some of the best times of my life since,
That's
forever. So I'm very
Thank you so
grateful
much, Nicole.
to be
Thank you so
here.
much. Thank you so much, Nicole. And also, you have to be grateful to yourself because you've made that decision, and that decision is never easy. Many people say, I know what to do and I know I should go forward, but they are literally paralyzed and petrified before making that decision. So that's so important. And you have to, and I'm sure you are, because I know you are very grateful that you've made that decision. What you've just said about fear and faith, I just wanted to repeat this and highlight it because what you said, it was so important. And when you said that to you, they're both the same because they're both invisible. And I just wanted to repeat it. Faith and fear is both invisible, but most people have fear because of lack of understanding, because of ignorance, because they don't understand what's going on within their mind. And faith, again, is also the invisible, but faith is developed through studies and understanding because you understand who you are, you understand what you're capable of doing, you understand what's going on in your own mind. And like you said, Nicole, you cannot change your environment or your results, even when it comes to money, until you change your thoughts being energy. And as we talked about it a lot in the past couple of sessions, energy, that there's all that there is energy. That's what Einstein used to say. So it's all physics. It's not some sort of theory. It's not my theory. It's not
Mhm.
something Nicole has come up with. This is science, and energy is all there is, and the law vibration is the primary law. So if we just have the understanding and start studying about this and how this affects my life, this is the only way to change. So even as Nicole said, growing towards that has changed her life. Not only that she's learned how to deal with the fears and avoid the anxiety, but also that shift has then started to attract the money, because the money is a very positive energy, but money is very shy. So we have to understand that money is also energy, and by the law of attraction, like attracts like. So only if I shift my emotion, if I shift my energy, I can attract the money because the money has a very high vibration. So it's literally all about attracting the right energy and shifting our own energy and the level of our vibration. That's it. This is it. This is nothing else. So, Nicole, I just wanted to ask you if there is anyone right now, because I'm sure there are many people who struggle right now, especially right now, because I can't ignore this topic, especially based on current times when there's so much fear, when there's so much uncertainty, where people are literally bombarded by negative news on a daily basis. If they watch the news. I hope you guys don't watch the news every day or at all, I would say. But if there are people who are exposed to those negative emotions, and they more than ever experience the anxiety, and I've actually spoke to so many people recently who do, what would you suggest to them? What would be your advice to someone who says, I'm really struggling right now and it's never been as bad right now? What would you suggest to people like that?
Yeah, so for for me, I would definitely suggest speak with somebody. So, um, in my opinion, therapy is great. However, that's not like a long term fix. So, you go there a few sessions, and um, you know, you may feel a little better for a little while. But in my opinion, the only way, like you said, and this is the only way that I have been able to come this is through studying yourself. And I would have never been doing that unless I had a mentor. So, you know, life isn't easy, but we don't get through it, but we get through the fear. And we all sometimes have days that we don't feel our best. And having somebody like Alex in my life has been very motivating and encouraging. And it's always good to have somebody that like that, because you know I mean, it's great, you can listen to motivating videos, or you can get help. But I think for the long term, for your long term goals, having somebody like a mentor is the best. And so
I
that's
perfectly
that's
agree.
what
Yes,
I would. Yeah.
thank you, Nicole. And I can contribute to what you've just said, because I've worked with many people who have experienced anxieties before, and
Hmm.
they to some therapists as well. And what I did learn is, when sometimes, at least based on my experience, based on my clients' experience, was that if they go to a therapist and they keep talking about what is wrong with you, like what bothers you, and you go back
Hmm.
to that situation over and over again, and you talk about it, what is actually happening, you are reactivating it,
Yeah.
because we need to understand once again what's going on within us. You are a source of energy, and this is something we talked about yesterday during the two sessions. So if you haven't seen it, rewatch it, please. You are the source of energy, and you vibrate. That's who you are. You're not your body, you're not your name. This is just where you live, and your name is what you have. But you are a source of vibration, and you vibrate with a certain frequency. Now, if you go and talk about your problems, so sometimes talking about problems is good because you get it out of yourself. So again, you're not
Hmm.
suppressing those solutions. As you may remember from the drawing, from that stick person I showed you half an hour ago, if you don't talk about what's going on within you, you suppress it, because many people don't know how to talk about it. Many people don't feel they've got anyone who wants to listen. Many people feel alone with it. So it's a very sad situation, but if you suppress it, it's not good at all. But if you talk about it over and over and over again, what's happening, you're actually going back into that situation, and you're reactivating it. So you're being the source of energy, and you're vibrating. If you keep talking about what bothers you constantly, you're reactivating that negative energy. So you're reactivating that negative emotion. So you start reliving it. We must remember, and this is a topic for much longer than today, but today I just want to share with you with what we can. You must remember that all creation happens in the present moment. And whatever your future brings is whatever you do today. It's however you think today, and how you vibrate today. So if you are keep if you keep going back to your past and what bothers you, and you keep talking about the negatives, you are reactivating it in the present. So you are creating this for the future, because once again you attract what you are right now. If you're vibrating really low because of the negative emotions that you are reliving again, you are creating this for your future. So the difference is what Nicole just said, and I completely understand and completely 100% agree with that, is first of all, yes, you have to become aware of what's going on with you and within your mind and your body, so you can prevent that from happening. You can prevent that fear and worry from being internalized and turning to fear. So yes, the understanding is crucial. However, if you want to move forward and go forward, you do not focus on what bothers you. You focus on your potential. You focus on what you're capable of doing. You focus on the positive
Exactly.
affirmation. Yes, and then you change your future. So just like Nicole said, that the moment when she started to shift that vibration, and she's dealt with the past by acknowledging it, by understanding it, and then letting it go, then you can start creating in the present with the new thoughts, with a new pattern of thoughts. Is this something that you remember happening, or would you say that it happened quickly, or it happened as a process? How do you remember that transition? Or maybe you don't remember it because it happened quicker. How What was your experience like?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it happened quickly. Not everything, but that realization of it's not about, you know, dwelling in the past, who you want to be going forward, who you want to be today. And, I kind of ask myself that now all the time. Who do I want to be? What what do I like? What are my goals? Like before, I didn't have any goals because I didn't. I mean, I probably small ones. I didn't write them down. I didn't think about them every day, or I didn't care that much because I didn't feel like my life was going there, which is sad to say, but that's just the truth. And like I said, when I met Alex and started working with her, um, yeah, I feel like it was just meant to be almost because I quit my job and I didn't know, like I said, how I was going to pay my bills at this point, but everything worked out. Um, I went back to school and I just changed my whole life. Like I'm doing something totally different now, and I I don't even think I could have gotten through school without Alex, honestly, because it was hard, but it was great and it was all for the best. And yeah, so I feel like it kind of did happen quick, um, which was great because obviously I needed something that was quick. So
And I
yeah,
remember
um,
when we started working together, Nicole, which was something that neither you and I knew would happen when we met 4 years ago. So that was just a consequence of our relationship, I would say. I remember when we started working together, you are such a great manifester. Basically, whatever you've decided you wanted, you were attracting. And I keep saying this to you over and over again. The moment when you make a decision, you literally attract everything you want. And I can explain what you're doing from the scientific point of view, because sometimes we're not even aware how we attract the good. And what has happened, just like Nicole mentioned a few minutes ago, she's changed her thought pattern. She's changed her vibrational way of being. And once again, for those of you who are into the law of attraction, you attract not what you want, but what you are. And you are what you do, what you say, what you feel right now. That's who you are. So once again, if you say, yes, I want to change my life, but you're feeling fearful, you're feeling that you're not worthy, you're feeling that it's not meant for you, this is what you're attracting: the fear, the worry, the doubt. Not what you want in your intellectual mind, but what you are. What you are is your level of vibration. So this is what you have to shift your thoughts and your emotions, which is the law of vibration, in order to change your life. And that's why when you said that it happened fairly quickly because of your decision making process. You've made a decision and it happened.
Exactly.
And with you, Nicole, since then, it's been an absolute pleasure. So, once again, I
Yeah, it
just
was
wanted
like
to say
once I made the decision.
that was it. And that's why I always love to bring Nicole here because she's a living proof of the potential that's within every single one of you. Every single one of you can change their life like this. You really can. Like this, I don't mean that you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to live in the palace if you're not living in the palace today. But like this, what I mean is when you make a decision, you make a mental decision, and straight away, from the moment of making a mental decision, your vibration change. And from then, you start creating something completely different. And that's the difference. That's the difference right here. So before we wrap up today's session, I wanted to encourage you to really stop and think. Again, that moment of self-reflection is very crucial because what happens with majority of people is you read a book, you listen to a video, you perhaps listen to a session like now today, you feel, wow, this is really true, this resonates with me. You feel it because the truth always resonates. And then you switch it off or you close the book and you go back and do your old life. So you're back to your daily activities, busy being busy, and you again back to autopilot. But what I would like you to do, I would like to encourage you to self reflect right now after this session for 10, 20 minutes. And I want you to ask yourself that question: what do I want? The question from session one of this workshop. What do I really want? And today I want you to ask you the next question. What am I afraid of? What am I afraid of? And write it down. And when you write it down, I really want you to think about that stick person that represents each and one of you. On the left hand side, you've got the fear, which is ignorance. That's lack of understanding. And on the other side, it's faith. And just like Nicole says, they're both invisible. Fear and faith is both invisible. So today, based on the information you've just learned, based on the information you maybe have heard for the first time, maybe you've heard it before, and today is a great reminder for you. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of? And that fear turn into faith. Say to yourself out loud, because once again, your words is energy. When you say something out loud, you activate a vibration and you put that vibration into a quantum field, and then that comes back to you multiplied because it's the source of energy, and the energy always comes back to its source. So I want you to say to you and make a decision today: whatever you feared of, whatever you feel for of, you make a decision. This will not control your life from now on. And I want you to say it out loud: this will not control my life from now on. I am in control. I am in control. Say it out loud. If you want to make it more powerful, go into your bathroom, look in the mirror, and look into your eyes really deeply and say to yourself, I am in control of my life. And it's such a powerful vibration. When you say it, again, you're raising your vibration within your body. If you really want to feel the vibration, put your hands on your heart right now and say it. I am in control of my life. You can feel the vibration. You can literally feel the vibration. This is not made up stuff, this is physics. You are the source of energy and you're vibrating right now. Whatever you say, if you say to yourself, I can't, I'm afraid, I'm worried, I'm fearful, I feel anxiety, and all this stuff, this is what you're becoming because you're sending that energy out. But if you switch it, if you turn it around, if you choose faith because of the knowledge you have in and understanding, put your hands on your heart, say it, I am in control of my life, feel the vibration, and feel how you're shifting. Your emotions are shifting. So, if you do have any questions, please do let us know. If you've received some value from today's session, please let us know as well, because we're very grateful for your feedback. So please do put hashtag value. And I also would like you to remember about our next session at 7 p.m. UK time. So in about 6 hours, we're going to be back here with you, and we're going to be talking about procrastination and how to overcome procrastination. So thank you so much, Nicole, for being here with us today. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you with us, and thank you so much for sharing with your life experience. I know that sometimes it's not easy to go back to this, but I know that people can relate to this, and I know some people really need to hear it. They need to hear that there is a way, that there is a way out, there is a way through this, and the only way to go through any doubt, worry, fear, anxiety, depression, anyway, the only way is through studies. Studies and the expansion of your awareness. That's the only way. So thank you once again for being here with us today. And I look forward to have you back with us at
Thank
7
you.
p.m. UK time. Thank you.
Thank you guys.